What turns you on sex? For the guys out there that find you on the dating apps.
I guess everything starts with looks and chemistry. And it's not like people think, oh, well, it's all about looks, or it's attraction. It's like what I'm attracted to. It's not per se a certain type of man.
Got it.
I do find myself more attracted to manly men. Men like in the construction field
Like
that are good with their hands. I mean, that know how to do more things.
They're across the street, they're rebuilding the...
Oh gosh, I saw a guy over there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was like, he was getting in his truck and I was like, oh, there's something about that orange, bright orange, green colors. It's sexy.
So same thing with my son. I was like, and I had this idea. I'm like, if you ever struggle with we're going to be going to the nudist resort.
Yeah.
Because I want you to see that it's okay to be naked and see naked people. And you don't have to be naked. I'm not going to force my son that.
Yeah,
but to see what naked people look like and not have it be sexy.
I used to be 360 pounds. But I've always, since a little girl, had body dysmorphia issues. I mean, at 9 years old, I was thin as a rail, wrapping myself in saran wrap because I thought I was going to get fat from going to the skating ring and eating French fries.
At 9?
Yes, at 9.
Yeah.
So just a comfortableness in my body and what it looks like today.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of times when people have had a massive weight loss, you can usually tell.
Mine was very slow.
Like you can usually
very
see it like in necks and
their
arms.
neck and their arms.
But I never would have guessed that if you never would have said it.
Not to that extent.
No,
right?
I mean we all lose
Yeah.
a little bit of weight here and there, but I mean that's a major. You look great. That's
you.
a major transformation.
Introducing the ToplessTalk podcast, where we're diving deep into the world of sex and relationships. Join us as we explore the good, the bad, and the ugly, leaving no topic off limits. With your host, Ryan Nickel, we're on a mission to change 1 million lives through 1,000 episodes. In a world where vulnerability is power, we're not just talking about taking off layers, we're peeling back the layers of real experiences. Our guests, brave women who've walked through the fire, are bearing it all. Their struggles, triumphs, and everything in between. It's more than just stories. It's a roadmap for those who felt alone in their journeys. By sharing their transformation from the horrific to the heroic, these women become beacons of hope for others. Because in every tale of survival lies the potential for someone else's revival. So tune in, listen closely, and remember, Topless Talk isn't just about shedding inhibitions. It's about finding connection in the rawness of human connection. Because when we share, we heal, we empower, and we transform. Welcome to a podcast where every story is a step towards 1 million changed lives.
Well, there's this one woman, her Reddit name is Oreo. You know what Oreo is? So you can think of an Oreo. So you have the black, the white, and the black, and she's like, I'm an Oreo queen.
Okay.
Yeah, so she loves to be sandwiched in between two black.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was. Okay.
Yep.
It just clicked to her. She was like,
Yeah, that little bit of Avalon was coming in. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. No, it's a legit thing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm like, no, it doesn't affect my intelligence. I'm super smart.
Oh, for sure.
Sometimes it just takes me a minute to process things.
Yeah.
So.
It's like on acronyms you haven't heard or...
Yeah. So as far as like, what turns you on sex? For the guys out there that find you on the dating apps.
I guess everything starts with looks and chemistry. And it's not like people think, oh, well, it's all about looks, or it's attraction. It's like what I'm attracted to. It's not per se a certain type of man.
Got it.
I do find myself more attracted to manly men. Men like in the construction field
Like
that are good with
lumberjacks.
their hands. I mean, that know how to do more things.
They're across the street, they're rebuilding the...
Oh gosh, I saw a guy over there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was like, he was getting in his truck and I was like, oh, there's something about that orange, bright orange, green colors. It's
Hang out over there. They're over there all the time.
Yeah. So I think I know a costume I'm going to take to Burning Man now.
Yeah.
Just a tool belt.
100%.
Just a tool belt, that's right. And I have I got condoms, I got lube, I got all that shit in my tool belt. Be perfect.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So
And a vest.
I don't have to do shit. I'll just have like my arms hanging out and my chest, and all the girls like you be like, oh my God, look at that guy.
Carry his photo album
Yeah.
from his photo shoots around.
Yeah. My cowboy hat.
All he'll have on is a vest, so the abs are already
So
hanging out.
what's that?
Yeah, I'll be rocking and rolling. So manly men you're attracted to them. And then
Sounds like she likes dominant men too.
Yes.
I picked up on that.
yeah, dominant men. Yeah, I mean, I think manly men tended to be more dominant. So when you find that attraction is there, what then takes it to the next level for you?
Communication, emotional intelligence, a person knowing who they are and what they want.
Do you like it when they take it, when they just they see what they want and they go after it?
Yes.
Do you want them to steal that first kiss, or do you want them to ask for that first kiss? Or do you want them just to go with the moment?
If there's a moment there where it's totally open, then take it. But there's a lot that comes with that. I went out with this one guy, a date. We were just getting together as friends. I told him, you're in a different place in your life than I am, because he's I'm like, yeah, growth and emotional intelligence and all this great stuff. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And I'm like, cool, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, let's just get together as friends. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And
That's
then
code for second chance.
Right.
Yeah.
We're standing there talking, and he just kisses me.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I'm just so I messaged
Let's get
him
together
afterwards.
as friends.
Just
and then I'm
stop
gonna-
it?
Yes.
Stop
Yes.
him.
I didn't stop him. Nope, didn't stop him. It was a good kiss.
Why not?
But
Yeah, no fault in that.
But
She was she enjoyed it.
I was like, hey, I think I feel a little disrespected that you did that. And he didn't care.
Oh really?
And so after that, there was just red flag after red flag. And I was just I really avoided.
So if that conversation was
waste of
if you were like, hey, I felt disrespected, and he was like, hey, I didn't really mean that, or something like that, he could have potentially turned into
he could have turned it around
He could
hey,
have
I'm
pivoted.
really
He could have been
sorry.
a toy of sorts, even though he wasn't emotionally there. You guys were on the
Definitely
same
could
page
have.
on what's
100%.
expected. Okay.
If he would have responded emotionally intelligently, hey, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I thought I saw it there. I thought I read the signs wrong.
Right.
He could have said just
my
about
bad.
anything.
I thought it was a green light. It was a
Yep.
red. And I'm sorry.
Yep, he could have said just about anything and addressed it.
Where were
and
you at when he kissed you?
We were by our cars.
Oh, I thought you were in line somewhere.
No, yeah,
Oh.
we were by our cars. He was walking me to my car.
Oh, so this was his last chance.
Yes.
Last hurrah.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. I had a similar experience where I was on the receiving end of that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really weird. So, fireman, he's out of the area. He's down in Southern California fighting the fires when the whole Palisades thing broke out.
yeah.
His wife wanted to be a hot wife, so he started sending me all these pictures of her. He's like, let me see your cock. And I'm like, are you just some troll trying to look, are you really gay and you just want to see guys' dicks? What's
Right, yeah.
He's like, no, my wife she really wants to know. I just need to make sure that you're of average size, blah, blah, blah. And I'm
Right,
like,
gonna get the job done.
yeah. So I sent him some pictures and stuff like that. And then he sent me some pictures of her. And then he had set up a time for us to meet. And so we went for drinks. Yeah. Really attractive lady. He shows up. Oh. So he's supposed to be in Southern California. Mm-hmm. He got out early. He drove all the way to meet us there. I'm like, well, this is kind of awkward. So
or something, or?
No, he just wanted to see how things were going. I think he has control issues.
Sounds like it.
A little bit. So they show up. She starts like, oh my God, I missed you so much. They start making out. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, hey, sounds like you guys have some unfinished business here.
Right.
Totally cool. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick and you guys can catch up and then, we'll.
Maybe that was the fantasy.
For him?
Yeah.
It might have been just for her to feel attractive or.
Like you're out with, she's out on a date or whatever you want to call it. And then he shows up, but it was maybe the whole I got caught or I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, actually.
Couples will have a lot of.
Well, no, I went to the bathroom and then he sent her back there.
To the bathroom?
To the bathroom. And she's like, he wants me to get a boob ring. And I'm like, okay, sure, why not? So we go into the stall or into the bathroom.
The restaurant?
Yeah.
What restaurant were you at?
It was at No, it's in Atonement. It's a great place. It has one of my favorite drinks. My favorite all-time drinks of all kinds. It's like this beautiful, like, sweet and sour drink. But anyway.
I'm just thinking like a dirty bathroom, like the last place you want to get a boob eating.
It's a bar that closes at 8.
No. Okay.
But
one of those types of places.
Yeah, it's...
I'm thinking like bar. I'm like, I don't think most girls
No,
are like, you know
like
what?
that.
I want to get naked in the guy's
think it's
bathroom
called
where
like- it's
guys
called like-
piss all over the wall.
It's called like Tasty's Eats or something like that. No, it's a really good place. I've been there many times. It's really cool. I've met, actually, when we were doing a lot of threes, my wife and I, that's where our halfway point between Atonement and stuff. So anyway, she was back there. Yeah, I gave her a reading. It's just nice tits. You know, it's like, whatever. And then she's like, do you want to suck on them? I'm like, no, I mean, I'm okay. Like, I don't want to like spend too much time here in the bathroom. Your husband's out there dating and shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
So, so she leaves, and then I go pee because I hadn't gone pee yet because she like followed me back there. And then when I get back there, they're gone.
Oh.
They're completely gone.
That was the fantasy. You were part of their fantasy.
Probably, yeah.
That's what that was.
I was their toy.
Yeah.
So the lady's like, oh yeah, she paid the meal, they left. And I was like, what the fuck? So I go out, and my car was right next to her car. I didn't know that, but it just was.
Right.
And so he's out there. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, oh yeah, we're good, man. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then so he leaves, and then I go to my car, and I'm like, no shit. So I go back to her. I was like, hey, is there anything else here? And she's like, oh yeah, no, we're totally gonna meet up again after this. I'm like, fantastic. So I pull her in, I kiss her, and then so I'm like, fuck this, I'm not gonna like walk away with nothing here.
Right,
And
yeah.
she asked me to suck on her tits, and I didn't. I'm like, and then they're bouncing, so I kiss her.
That's a good advice. Someone's like, suck on my. She'd be like, okay, I think I can kiss her.
Yeah,
Right. That's a good invite.
That's a good
Green
invite.
light.
I'm thinking
Green light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I leave, and then I'm going to a swinger party that night, and so I'm getting ready to go into the party, and I get a text from him. He's like, hey, bro, it was kind of weird you kissed my wife. And I'm like, you sent her to the bathroom
At
with
the
me.
end of our date.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, it just was really weird, man. If you're going to do that, you should have done that when I was there in front of her rather than wait until I leave. It's a pussy move. Well, I don't want to see you again. I was like, what the fuck? And that was the end of the conversation. Then he like blocked me. I was like, oh, all right.
They got relationship issues.
I was like, so at that point I was like, all right, maybe I should take a step back and like reevaluate. Yeah, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know what happened.
No,
there.
that sounds a little sketchy.
That's
a
mixed
little weird.
signals. I mean,
the whole thing.
Yeah.
If a girl's telling me to suck on her boob in the bathroom, I feel like, okay, I think I can do more.
Yeah, I think
I think it's a kiss.
Green light.
Yeah, and there was a kiss. It was a fucking kiss. But his whole thing was like, you should have done that in front of me. Like, you should have manned up. And I'm like, manned up? I'm like,
You mean like when you sent her to the bathroom,
bathroom?
to get felt
He was
at?
sending you to
Yeah.
hot wife.
well, yeah,
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
you would have been doing it in front of him anyways. If he wasn't there, I mean,
no,
it would have
exactly.
been.
Yeah, you were supposed to be 6 hours away.
Yeah, wherever he was. So it was a weird experience, you know. So so I got the rejection aspect of that one time. But I went into the party, had a great time, fucked a couple of
Right.
ladies. You know, it didn't bother me, didn't faze me. So
It's weird.
yeah, actually, I've met with 2 firemen's wives there.
Do you run into a lot of issues or complicated in swinging or?
Complications how?
I don't know.
Loaded question.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I would think
Yes and
not
no.
everybody has a lot of healthy relationship qualities.
So if people are going there because they're trying to save their relationships, yeah, those always guarantee you will blow up.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it's like people that are, you know, looking to make an addition to what they're doing, and they're solid in their relationship, then those are the people that end up being a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've had some great
But
experiences.
if people are like, our sex sucks, let's go to a swinger party. That usually
Or like our relationship's failing. Let's try to add some
that's
spice to it.
and you'll see a lot of them there.
Right.
I mean, they're just like, and you know it's just all bad, or like they didn't talk about anything before they get
Oh,
there.
and you can hear them fighting in the other room and shit like that. You're like, what the fuck you looking at that guy for, man? Don't you know that right there? Like I'm like, whoa, like not the place.
Yeah, see, yeah. So a lot of it happens.
Some of that does happen,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, how you were kind of talking about communication is just like on a more, you know, traditional relationship. Like you have to have that. If you don't have communication, it's just all bad.
Yeah, oh yeah. I would
All
imagine
bad.
So, yeah.
Oh, I learned.
But the nice thing about, I think,
Yeah.
like with swinger people is they tend to be a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Upfront on what they want and what they don't want. So they'll tend to talk about things a lot more casually. You know, they'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm into oral. You know, she's this, I'm that. I'm not this, not that.
what our rules and boundaries are.
Right.
Yeah.
Ahead of time, where a lot of times, I think when it's more traditional, like someone's usually might be hesitant to say what they would or would not do. The other person's being cautious and then no one really knows and they just collide. Where like a lot of times with like alternative lifestyle stuff, there's a lot more communication ahead of time. Like I've been to parties where like, you get like a group of, maybe like 4 to 5 couples. And then, like kind of before the night begins, everyone talks about, what they're okay with, what they're not okay with. Everyone kind of gives consent or doesn't give consent.
Right.
And then everyone knows what the rules and the boundaries are. And it's a lot easier because you're not worried about offending that person or touching someone
or killing the vibe in the middle of it. That's like never want to do that.
So it ends up being like you'd be surprised if it's people that are like in healthy relationships. It actually tends to be more, I don't say communicative, but it tends to be easier,
more fluid.
Yeah, more fluid because everyone's kind of on the same page and people communicate.
It's not that good night kiss that was taken that you shouldn't even, yeah.
Right, because you would have like...
Yeah, you've already talked about all of
like,
it.
Like literally, you'd have a group, you're all sitting down drinking and be like, okay, yeah, I'm okay with this, but I don't want to be kissed. There are some swinger people that don't, like kissing...
Oh, yeah.
Is intimate.
Kissing is intimate and it's a no-no.
Missionary is off limits. Because the eye gazing, they don't want that. Like,
gotcha.
you can fuck me from behind, you can do anything, but no eye gazing.
So yeah, so some
it's
people...
It's weird, some of the rules I have.
But
some people have.
The ones that are pretty secure, they'll tell you all that, and you'll know that, so you'll know, okay, no eye gazing, or no... But it's all kind of up front, so you're not worried about like just you're having a great time, and then someone reaches in for a kiss, you're like whoa, just kill the whole thing. But people have to be secure. I think that's like that's
yes.
If you're doing it to save your relationship,
and healthy. Yeah.
Awful, and you'll see them there for like a couple times, and then they never come back.
Oh yeah, you can see these people, you can spot them away. But like, have you ever been to like a sex party or a swinger party before? Any interest in going?
I don't know.
Because you can just go and watch. You don't have to participate. Oh yeah, you don't. It's not like you're in there and like you're all of a sudden like, oh my god, I'm getting attacked.
Right. Yeah.
That's one of like the cardinal things. Is like it moves at whatever pace you want.
Yeah.
So if you just want to watch, you watch. You want to play. If you don't want to, you want to keep your clothes on the whole time, keep your clothes on the whole time.
Yeah.
Like it's whatever you want. Those are the good ones. The ones that people are pressuring you, those are bad parties. But like ones where it just, you do you.
Very confused. You can go and you can be a voyeur. You can do whatever you want. Because there are some people that just love watching other people have sex.
That's a thing. I had a girlfriend, her husband and she slept with more guys than her husband slept with girls, but part of that was because he liked watching. Like that was his thing.
Yeah.
Like
was he a cuck in some ways, or? I don't know what that is. So yeah, cuck is basically like a cuck is your wife basically puts you in a cage to watch her have sex.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
it's like a demeaning.
It can be. Some guys actually like. Yeah, it's more demeaning.
It's like you're not like a good enough guy, but it's consensual. So like that's the role
it's
they're
fun
playing.
Dynamics, yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, he genuinely got off on her.
Maybe a hot wife situation. Then he's like watching this because there was a guy that, and I thought this was bullshit. I was like so ignorant, so naive to this whole thing. I met him. I don't remember how I met him. It was before I was on Reddit, but it was, it might have been on Bumble or something. I don't know. But it was, she's a massage therapist. They have their own private business. They're very well-to-do contractors. They build things. And she also has this massage part on the back of their building upstairs. And no one knows it's there. It's like a secret thing that he built for her. And his whole thing was for women or for guys to come in, and he would interview them to make sure that they're like not creepy and stuff like that. And then they would go get a massage, and then he would film the massage, and then she would f them afterwards. And he got off on watching them fuck. And so I went to this. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, there's no way that she's gonna fuck me after this massage. There's no way. No woman's gonna do this, and no guy's gonna be like, okay, like, man, my wife can fuck you after the massage. Sure, go ahead. Well, sure enough, guess what happened? She jumped right on me right after the massage. And I was like, crazy. This is like a thing. And she's like, yeah, we should do this like more often, like every week or something. And so I was like, wow.
That's the nice thing too. It's like, it's a very like judgment-free zone. So like if, you were in the feet or whatever it may be, like no one is going to be like, oh my God, you're disgusting.
Because everybody's there for sexual pleasure, and it's
in one way or another.
Right. And it's a nice way to say, hey, I can respect what you're into or not into. That doesn't affect me. It's cool. I might not want to do it with you.
Right.
but still cool. And like we went to a party one time with my wife, and like there's this guy, and he's like obsessed with feet to the point that he buys women's shoes to put them on the feet. Like he loves feet that much, and he's not creepy. He's
so he buys. Okay.
He loves women's feet like most people love ice cream.
But he's not walking around taking people's shoes off.
No. He'll come up and he'll be like, you have beautiful feet. Can I touch your feet? And then he'll like rub the feet, kiss the feet, and then he'll buy shoes.
You suck on toes?
Yeah, he sucks on toes and like.
That's actually kind of hot.
It is.
Yeah.
And he'll have a collection of shoes, and he'll be like, what shoes would you like, or can I pick one for you? And he's like the nicest guy. Like at first, when I first heard about it, because we met him at a party, and I was just like, But like, I was like, I don't know how,
you do you, man.
Low-key judgy.
Yeah.
In the back of my head, I was like, all right, well, let's, and my wife's like, can you do it? I was like, yeah, why not? If it's terrible, I'll stop it, but yeah, go for it. And he's like the nicest, most respectful guy, but like, he just loves feet. That's just like, that's like his jam.
Apparently you like your toes sucked too, huh?
So like, he would be,
Yeah.
and he doesn't want anything else in return. It's not like you need to, return any sexual favors. He enjoys giving pleasure to women's feet.
Wow.
That's just his thing. She's thinking about it now.
Shit.
She's like,
Well, it's a sexual thing.
I should send my wife over there. She loves foot massages, and my arms give out sometimes. I'm like, fuck, I can't go for it.
he's obsessed with it, and
Yeah.
But that's the cool thing is like everyone can kind of do them, and then you can kind of decide that's something you might want to try or just watch or
And you can
partake
explore
kind
too,
of,
because
lot
like
of.
there's so much there at these parties too. Like you're like, oh my god, like there's like some like all like the bondage things that you've experienced. Some like that all came out of going to these parties and seeing what other people had there to share. I'm like, oh my god, I've never experienced any of this before. So like the cross that we have and the other things that we have, like I hired a guy to build that because I had saw it at someone else's party. I'm like, this is awesome. And so I never would have experienced that myself personally or with my wife, flogging her if we hadn't gone to these parties. I'm like, let's try this shit out. Let's see what this is like.
All right.
And at good parties like that, you will feel completely safe.
Oh, completely.
Like you're not
Well,
worried.
yeah, and in an atmosphere like that, you should be.
And you will make some really good friends too.
But they do a good job of, again, better parties, of keeping creepy people out and having, because there'll be a mix of like couples and single girls and single guys. But, usually the single guys is where the problems arise because a lot of single guys don't understand what their role is. Their role is generally the third or generally the accessory. They're not the main attraction. That's just...
Right.
That's just how it is, and they know that. And the ones that do know that have a great time. The ones that think it's all about them.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hello, my name is Alice Lamana, and I was given an amazing reading from Ryan last week, and it was the most amazing thing I've actually ever experienced.
I have to be honest, I thought at first it was just kind of this scam that was unique that this guy was running to be able to just see lots of boobs on the internet. But it turned out to be actually pretty intuitive and accurate.
He was able to pick up on things that I've known about myself, but that I haven't voiced out loud to anybody.
He explained things that I didn't share with him, and the connections make sense to me. It helped me learn a little bit more about how my body stores energy that I'm experiencing.
I was shocked. Couldn't believe some of the things that he had said.
I would highly recommend Ryan.
Oh my gosh, I highly recommend it.
Try it. See what happens. See what you find out about yourself.
I just had a reading with Ryan, and I want to highly recommend that you do also.
Now, back to our Topless Talk interview with Ryan Nickel.
Oh, I met this one guy actually. I was working with a woman here. This is way before this whole studio got built out. This is, maybe 2 years ago. This is when we were in the other office. And she was seeing a guy, kind of a side piece guy. And it was a guy that was, he works for Nissan and he goes all up and down the state. And he has women in every little town. and he's like a dealership like promoter or whatever. So he would just go to the dealership, and he would always hit his girls up. It's like, hey, I'll be in Yuba City today. You gonna be free? And they would make time for him. He was just the side piece. He'd be in Reading. He'd be in I don't know, Petaluma or wherever, and that's all he did was just drive all up and down the state. In every little town, every little pit stop, he always would have a side piece. So he got like the best of both worlds. And I met him at a party, and I'm like, we were chatting. He's like, oh, you're from Yuba City? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, do you know so and so? I'm like, I do. He's like, yeah, you know, I hook up with her every once in a while. And I'm like, and he was with another woman at that time down there. He's like, yeah, this is my Sacramento girl, and this other one's my Yuba City. And I was like, holy shit, this guy. And he's a good looking guy too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've met guys that were truckers that kind of, and I'm just like, I don't think they addressed that aspect of their job well enough.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, hey, I come through your town all the time. Like, would you like to get together when I'm in the area?
Right.
But I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be against that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, and I was just thinking like,
twice a month he's through Yuba City. Like, let's get together.
yeah, and if it's good, enjoyable,
right,
yeah.
right. And you
like,
said he's good looking.
this guy,
Yeah.
yeah, he was, yeah. He was flirting with my wife. I'm like, do you, because this is when so it's interesting. The dynamic we have is she's, in all the times we've been open, she's never experienced anybody other than, she's in some soft play. So do you know the difference between hard swap and soft swap?
No.
So full swap or hard swap is basically where you're just like, it's full on with the other partner, penetration, stuff like that. Soft swap is like, oh, you might do oral on the other person. So my wife has only done like oral on other people. One person actually, and that's it. She's like, I don't have a desire to do that. Women, she's all for that. Guys, not so much.
Yeah.
So, but this guy was kind of flirting with her, and I'm like, hey, here's your opportunity, you know? And I mean, he's, like I say, he's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Just the chemistry wasn't there for her.
Yeah.
She was just like, he's kind of goofy.
And sometimes, yeah.
You can't get over goofiness, you know.
Right.
But for her, goofy is different than someone else's goofy,
Right.
you know. But
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, well, it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Funny.
It is. Well, this has been a fun interview. We appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Anything that we didn't discuss that you wanted to discuss?
I don't think so.
No.
Anything we didn't discuss that you wanted to discuss?
How about you, Rich?
Oh, good. Your show.
I know. Actually, yeah, real quick. So, yeah, we have done some work. Has it been helpful to you?
It's been super helpful.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I mentioned that we did do a couple of sessions together. The first time I came in, it was that awkward, like I don't know what this is.
You're like, I'm really going to do this.
And you
Yeah.
trying to figure out if it's something that I needed or where I was at.
Right, 'cause
And that's
you're like-
when you were like, no, you're fine. You're great. And I'm like, good. I've got it covered really well.
Yeah.
But then we actually started working together, and we started talking and stuff, and just, I mean, I don't even know where we started the conversation, but we started talking. I faked a lot of orgasms.
I think most women
I've
know.
faked
Right.
more orgasms in life than I've had.
I think it's most women know.
You see, the women I know, they're like, no. The women,
A lot of them I know,
everybody
yeah,
I've
they're-
said that to, because like,
They're like, honey,
right, and
let me introduce you to
that's
somebody.
not a thing, is what they've said. But I have, and so you and I talking about that and everything else, I don't know, there's something about the work that we've done, my anxiety in myself is, I would say, almost gone. Occasionally I'll still get a little anxious, but I identify it, I read it, why, what do I need to do to make it better, and yeah, and all the work that I've done up until working with you, I don't think it ever addressed or helped any of my anxiety. It was like I knew I had the issue,
Yeah.
and I would just deal with the anxiousness.
How severe was it?
It would cause depression.
Yeah.
It would cause depression. It was bad enough where I would seclude myself, and I just called those rest days, but I would have weekends to where I just basically slept and gymmed and did nothing else all week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I didn't know it was to that extent. Yeah.
So if you were, like, let's say there's a potential client of his that may be hearing this, like, what would your advice be to women that were, considering this, or like how to kind of put themselves in a mindset to to understand what it is, or I mean, from being around him, just casually, you hear a lot of people would be like, "Oh, it's bullshit," and then like, I've heard like some people like you, they're like, they essentially swear by it. Like, what would you say to like women that are like,
be open, don't prejudge the situation or expectations. So I also have a lot of anxiety about being prepared for things, or like
we just threw you in this
like
one.
having all the answers.
You did, and I let you. No, I let you, and it was good. I wasn't
Yeah.
anxious. I mean, I might have been a little bit nervous yesterday.
You've been
but
fantastic.
Just a normal overall nervousness of doing something new. But like when we first met, I almost canceled 5 times.
I don't blame you.
I'm just like,
well, something none of your friends would probably have done. There's no one you can ask about it. You probably can't even Google it.
Right. No, you can Google it.
Oh, but it's probably going to come back with nothing really.
No, it comes
you're
back
kind
with Ryan.
But I mean,
Believe me, I
control
Googled
it.
but there's
it.
no, I don't know, like there's no
Science behind it.
there's no Mayo Clinic's
Review,
But see, I've done therapy, and that was never helpful.
yeah.
I've done therapy, and and that was part of one of my reasons that I talked myself out of it before I did end up coming.
Was like, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to work. What good, And then I meet him, and he's like, "No, you're fine." And I'm like, "Oh, great." So now it doesn't even matter. And then like we really started talking. He's like, "Oh, wait, no, you're kind of fucked up, huh?"
What if that was my plan the entire time to like put you at ease?
I don't know. Then you're even better at your job than I thought.
I think part of it is you took control in a respectful way. I mean, I'm hearing this. You're someone that likes to be with someone that has control. You want to be controlled to some extent in a healthy way.
Right.
And
well, that's what the conclusion
that's
was.
his personality is like that.
Yeah.
And then I think that's probably a lot of reasons why it matched.
Right. Yeah.
And if you're like, no, I'm doing it my way, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not going to work.
Right. Which that's my whole life. And that's why I do like that dominance. And I know
Because you're
that
used to
about
being in
myself.
charge on a regular basis.
Since I was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Paying the bills.
Yeah.
Watching,
So 20 years of that,
Yeah.
You're tired of it.
Gets a little reprieve.
Yeah. I mean, that's beautiful though that you gave yourself the permission
Right.
to receive.
Yeah.
And the gift was that your anxiety
Yeah.
just gone away.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's definitely been life-changing for me.
Yeah.
In a sense that I feel more free. Because, it's like I've done a lot of work up into where we started getting together, and then I'm continuing to do work from there. Yoga has gotten quieter in my head.
Yeah.
Running isn't so painful anymore because, essentially both practices are like meditation. It's just you and your brain.
Right.
And my brain was my own worst enemy.
Gotcha.
So because she's a dark, scary place to go, and but just opening that up and relieving that anxiety piece has helped me to work through things that.
And that was after one session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And two because things were great. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then remember I messaged you.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm like,
right.
Hey. And
Yeah.
so after 2, technically,
Got
but
it.
yeah, one opened me up to it. And I was just like, oh, wow, there was something there. Like I left feeling like I had a piece about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should try going, like, you see some of these adult parties. I think, based on what you kind of shared, like just seeing how open people can be and how they can be, proud of who they are, regardless of like body or things like that. And I think it may you may surprise yourself, and you can do it in an environment where you just watch.
I like how you said that, proud of themselves and open with their body, because that's a big struggle.
Well, especially with women, they would expect you to be, a certain weight, certain size, certain.
there's all shapes.
And then you
sizes
go and you see all
ages.
sorts of people.
Yeah. Celebrating each other.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, okay, they're confident, they're having a great time. Why shouldn't I? And then so
Yeah.
you start realizing that not everyone looks like what you think everyone looks like. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like,
It does.
you know, like you think everyone is prettier than you or better looking or smarter or whatever. And then you go to these things and you see people from all walks and they're all having a grand old time. And you're just like, huh. Especially, or you go into like a
nudist resort.
Nudist resort.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know, if you were like self-conscious about, like I always think I have a gut. No matter if I lose weight, gain weight, I always have a gut. And I'm just like, I'm fat. You know, and I've always kind of had that
I feel the same way. I have a six-pack.
complex about me. And then like you go and you're looking around and you're like, no, I feel pretty good about myself. And it wasn't because I was like looking down on other people. It was
Right.
just seeing, you know, different sizes and shapes and other people having a great time being attracted to other types of people. And you don't, it really like helps strip away a lot of self-conscious. So if you're like self-conscious about certain things, and again, these are all environments that you can just watch from afar. You can do as little or as more as you want, and like it's very relieving. And especially like with me, especially like it's a check out of reality, you know. So you have your daily, you know, your weekly bullshit you deal with, whether it's work or people being assholes or whatever it may be, and it's an opportunity to go where you're not talking about your kids and your bills and
Your real estate
why your neighbor's a
problems.
butthead.
Yeah,
like it's
everything.
just about fun stuff or something cool or something to try, or it's just like a complete checkout. So it's I mean, for me it's also great stress relief and it's fun. So like just on kind of what you shared, I think you would at least owe it to yourself to observe something like that and to be like, okay, I observed, not my jam, cool.
And you don't have to go by yourself either. I mean, I think that's an invitation either of Rich or myself. Like we don't mind saying, hey, come join us as a friend. Just see what it's like, you know.
Yeah.
No obligation, no pressure to do anything other than just to come and observe. That way, so you can.
I
feel
didn't know single people went
all the time.
to.
So generally the way it works is couples are always invited, and they'll vet to a certain extent. So like if you're a troublemaker, there's usually not a problem with a shortage of single women.
No.
That's you'll hear the term unicorn, that they will call single women unicorn. The reason why they call them unicorns is because a unicorn is, you know, you can't really find one. So single women at a party that, you know, are attractive are called unicorns. So that's why you get the term. So usually a single female at nearly any event is always invited, and it's always like either you're free.
But also too, I just want to throw a caveat in there. Like if you actually go to an event, you're like, and someone's like, oh hey, you're coming to this event. You're like, yeah, I'm a unicorn. There's also another connotation as well. A unicorn also means like you're okay being a third. You want to join you want to create a throuple, you want to join a couple. So just throw that caveat out there. So if you're like, yeah, I'm a unicorn, like, oh, fantastic, come on,
Yeah,
they grab you and like take you to the bedroom. You're like, oh my god, what's happening? You know?
Yeah, good point. And usually the single guys is where a lot of the vetting and limiting the numbers of them, because there's never a shortage of single guys that want to go to a party.
Yeah.
Gotcha, and that makes sense.
But usually single women are you know, they're usually, you know, they'll maybe nervous or, you know, because it's kind of scary. You're going to a party. You know, you don't really have a guy to kind of look after you. But yeah, most all parties, they more than welcome it.
And then there are some single women that have basically cracked the code. They realize, oh my god, I'm getting everything I want tonight.
Gotcha.
From whoever I want, because they own the evening.
Right.
They're the single woman, and
You're the unicorn.
Yeah,
you kind of get to dictate a lot of the rules, because.
And some couples are like, they go off and they separate and they play different people and do whatever, and so like you're able to do whatever.
If you're going to a party and you know, whether you're a single female or a couple or a male, and you're looking to talk to a single female, well, there's only going to be a handful of you. Mm-hmm. So
you're gonna have all the attention.
By natural selection, you're the rarity.
Yep. You're the prize.
She's intrigued.
I know. Which actually boosts our credibility. So whenever we bring single women, they're like, "Oh my God, you know, Ryan."
Our unicorn.
Yeah, we bring our unicorn, and then they always ask like, "Is she up for grabs or is she yours?" And you know, usually we're just like, "Oh, she's just, you know, she's looking." But then by the time the evening gets over, she's really hot and horny, and she's like, "Let's go fuck," you know.
Well, you've brought in a couple.
I have, yeah, but we've already had relationships with them before,
Yeah.
and they were interested. But it was like, yeah. Then afterwards, like, this was amazing. Amazing.
We brought in like one once, I think, or something like that. And,
Yeah.
she was just like, whoa. I mean, it's just like, it's a lot to take in at first, because you're just like, I didn't believe stuff like this even happens.
I guess I know it happens, but like.
But being there is knowing,
Right.
you know.
Well, and I grew up in a home that like we didn't we didn't talk about sex. We didn't.
Yeah, that was mine too. There was no.
No birds and the bees.
Nope.
No, like one day you're a woman and you'll grow and these things will happen to your body. It was like, I think there's a box of something in the bathroom under the cupboard.
So
that's what
go
those
figure
are
it
for.
out.
Yeah.
So
Just don't get pregnant. That's usually
No, I didn't even get that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
God, don't talk about getting pregnant because then there's sex.
Oh my God. So my daughter, I had a daddy-daughter date with her last night, and we went to Chili's, we were eating dinner, and she's like, you won't believe it. I was like, what's up? She's like, I finally put a tampon in for the first time. And I'm like, are you kidding me? She's like, no, this is what I did. I'm like, congratulations. She's like, yeah. She's like, I'm so glad I can talk to you about this. I can't talk to mom about it. And I'm like, I wish you could. She's like, I can't even bring the fact up that I'm spotting to mom because she's gonna like think I'm having like sex with somebody. She's like, I'm still a virgin. I just have this irregular period. And I'm like, honey, I'm so very sorry that you can't have this conversation with your own mother.
Mom.
I know. So she talks to
understands it.
Right. But it's a generational thing. It's how she was raised and all of those things. And I'm like, my God, if I still was in that mindset of where I came from religiously, I don't know what my children would do. I am so free and so open that they can come to me and it's a very casual conversation. It's not like,
you're like a cool
dad, guess what?
You're a cool dad.
I'm the cool dad.
Yeah, you're a cool dad.
But it's like at the same time, I'm like, I'm so happy that my kids have that freedom to talk to me about these things. And I was talking to my son the other day because he, I had to give him permission for whatever reason, however his phone was set up. All my other kids' phones aren't like this, but his is, that whenever he downloads an app, it requests permission for me. So I always just approve it.
It's a family link kind of thing.
It is,
There's
yeah.
some kind of setting
But it's only on his.
Right, which is weird.
I know, I'm like,
The other kids have hacked it.
something, yeah. So I got it the other day and it says, relief for Christians. And I'm like, sure, I'll approve it. So I sent it off, and then we're in the car, we're driving. I'm like, hey, I got that app the other day. I'm like, how do I have this conversation with my son who's 14?
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, so, is he struggling with, and he's just like, nah, not really. My friend said it was a good app, so I decided to download it. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, I used to struggle with porn.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, all the time. Like,
It's every teenage.
I was like, I couldn't stop looking
Teenage
at
boy's
it.
like, I gotta figure it out.
And
Okay.
I'm like, honestly, son, it's not a big deal at all. Like, it's a natural thing. However, porn is fake. It's going to give you these fake expectations of what stuff really is, and that's not what it is.
Right.
I just want to be clear on what that is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, honestly, I haven't looked at porn in over 5 years. And, no, yeah, almost 5 years. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, how'd you stop? I'm like, I got naked in nature with a bunch of other people that were naked around me, and all of the sexual desires and urges completely disappeared.
Well, because,
It's natural.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
There's been a lot of trauma in my marriage, in my experience, and in my husband's passing. I was seeking healing in whatever capacity I was able to encounter it. I came across Ryan, and we decided to go forward and planned for a session. Then we met at for Ed's office for a counseling for a session, which began with counseling. And the counseling component itself was pretty impressive. It was very thorough with seeing me, and really, I felt very seen in my whole experience. So he could see what direction I was ready to move in and from what perspective I was coming from. It felt like a very unexpected healing experience that I embraced. It came to me, and it was an opportunity for me to exercise my adult consent in a safe place. I feel grounded in my healing journey, and I look forward to continuing that journey of healing and growth. I have a lot of gratitude for Ryan and the work that he's done for me.
Now, back to our Topless Talk interview with Ryan Nickel.
Because, kind of her point earlier, when you see porn, you think that's what you need to look like.
Yeah.
Right.
And nobody looks like that.
Or perform like.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
does that. And you're like, well, I'm not doing it right because it's not on there. And then you get all self-conscious about it. And then you're normal people. You're like, oh yeah, that's all acting.
Well, it's so funny because I was talking to a lady about this as well. She's like, I wanted to do 69 so bad with my husband or my partner, and it just didn't work. I'm like, did you see that on porn? She's like, yeah, we both watched it on porn. I was like, oh, that's a porn thing. 69 really doesn't really work for the woman because the way your hood comes over your clit, you're going at the wrong angle. You have to come from the bottom up, not from the top down. So it's really hard to get to where you're at unless they can pull back, and you have, depends on your hood and all this thing. So I'm like, I'm going over her anatomy. She's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, it's not going to really work that well unless he really knows what he's doing and he knows your anatomy really well. Right. I said, it's for show. And she's like, oh, I was like expecting to get off like the woman was getting off. I'm like, it's not like that.
Right.
So same thing with my son. I was like, and I had this idea. I'm like, if you ever struggle with porn, we're going to be going to the nudist resort.
Yeah.
Because I want you to see that it's okay to be naked and see naked people. And you don't have to be naked. I'm not going to force my son that.
Yeah,
but to see what naked people look like and not have it be sexualized. Because if the only time you're looking at a naked body is when you're looking at porn and you're being aroused sexually.
The problem with nudist places, I mean, that's the undertone.
That is the undertone there.
The most of the people that are there are not just nudists.
Some of them are swingers.
A lot of them are swingers.
Yeah.
But like the resort kind of like runs this.
This is that one resort specifically we're talking to.
There's one particular resort here in Sacramento area.
Not the hot springs.
No, and it's just like we're nude. I mean, nudists only. No, but it's like the majority of people there are swingers. It's like
but we go to dances on Friday and Saturday night, and everyone's dressed in lingerie, sex, fuck, and they're getting down, and then they're pairing off, and we all know what's happening, but it's not out in the open because it's after hours.
Right.
But it is fun. It's very fun. But yeah, no, but just going back to conversation, like it just open conversations with kids is like something.
It is. Well, and I mean, I would imagine part of your daughter's issues is mom's insecure about talking about these things, so it gives her insecurities.
It does.
That's great. That
and she has a boyfriend now, and mom's like, "Hey, I saw you laying with him on the trampoline. You know what laying on the trampoline is almost the same thing as having sex." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, I'm sorry, but like,
it is not
even
well, weren't
close.
you sharing with me that like she, your children are allowed to be alone at your house?
Oh yeah. Her rules at her house have to apply at my house as well. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not married to you anymore. My rules are my house. My house, my rules.
Oh, mom.
Her mom is telling her that same rules apply at dad's house.
Mom's very
controlling. Yeah.
Very religious.
Not your wife.
Not my wife. Kid's mom.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disparage her at all because we have a fantastic relationship.
Right.
She's a great mom.
Right.
But there are some things that I can see the rigidity in, and that's also what caused the marriage to fail in the first place because I couldn't be free to be me. Right. And I can see how she's putting these boxes around the children. And I understand it comes from a place of it's not so much love. No, I think it's more fear than love.
Okay.
I think it's more of fear that I don't want my kids to make the mistakes that are out there. And if I can protect them, then it looks like I'm loving them because I'm protecting them, but I think it's more from fear. Because I love my kids enough to allow them to make the mistakes.
But sometimes people love their kids, and so they feel that if they put them in the boxes, they'll be safe.
It's like going to Catholic school. Like I went to Catholic school till the end of high school, and it was like they literally like keep you in the box and keep you away from reality. Then you go to public.
But is it out of trying to keep you safe? Right?
Yes, but
I know it's not.
But it's a fear though.
But it's protecting you from things that you probably need to just understand. This exists in the world.
Yes.
But it's just 100%. Like it doesn't exist here because we have these walls.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you get out in the real world, and you're just like,
see, I don't. Like I'm not saying to my kids like, hey, go do whatever the fuck you want.
No, but just
But I love them enough that I'm like, hey, I'm giving you the freedom because I love you to be who you want to be.
Right.
And I'm here to pick up the pieces when things don't go well. But for me to protect them and put this box around them, they're just going to break free once they're 18. And then I have no influence at all.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, well, fuck. They're like, I'm an adult now, Dad. Fuck you, you know?
The thing is giving them those tools, not putting them in the box, and giving them those tools so that they can grow and develop. Imagine into a healthy human being with emotional intelligence and communication skills.
Yeah. Well, this is what my 16-year-old was telling me. She's like, Dad, I don't want to have sex.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend. I love him. I am fantastically in love with this boy. He's so good. He doesn't pressure me to do anything, and I love that. But I also love the freedom to be able to be me and to choose me and to do those things and not have this guilt that like, oh my God, I'm disappointing one of my parents because I'm making out with somebody or doing something like that. I'm like, you're doing just fine. Like, just relax. You're doing totally fine. And she yearns for that relationship with her mom, though. And that
does she have that with your wife?
She does.
That's good. At least she's getting.
And my wife keeps confidences. I didn't know half the shit that she's like, oh, I already talked to Sarah about this. And I'm like, oh, good for her.
Right. Yeah.
For being that safe place.
That. Yeah. That's awesome.
I mean, she knew stuff like 6 months ago before I ever knew anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, cool.
Good.
But the fact that she brought it to me, and then Sarah was like, she's like, I love that your daughter's so open with you about this stuff.
Right.
And then she can talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And I who knows? I mean, she's also our first, so maybe as kids go through, and then my wife realizes, okay, the kids aren't making the mistakes that she's afraid that they're going to make, that she'll loosen up with the younger ones. That's what I hope for.
I hope that for her too.
Yeah, it's just all I
Probably
want.
not.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? You know?
Yeah.
But I hope for the best. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that we've talked about a lot of topics here, touched on a lot of good stuff. This has been such a good interview.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Thank you for trusting us to come here and not cancel on us.
Now today it was that thought has been gone.
Yeah.
That was the first time though.
And I love that for you too.
Yeah.
This newfound freedom. Actually, I have one more question for you. What have you come to love more about yourself now that you don't have this? Now that this anxiety is kind of dissipated, have you discovered anything new?
Comfort in my body.
Comfort in your body.
Yeah, and there's still a little bit there. I used to be 360 pounds.
Can you believe that?
I wouldn't guess that by looking at you.
No. She looks fantastic, and you have this calmness about you too.
But I've always, since a little girl, had body dysmorphia issues. I mean, at 9 years old, I was thin as a rail, wrapping myself in saran wrap because I thought I was going to get fat from going to the skating ring and eating French fries.
At 9.
Yes, at 9.
Yeah.
So just a comfortableness in my body and what it looks like today.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of times when people have had a massive weight loss, you can usually tell.
Mine was very slow.
Like you can usually
very
see it like in
controlled.
necks
in
and
their
arms.
neck and their arms.
But I never would have guessed that if you never would have said it.
Not to that extent.
No,
right?
I mean we all lose a little bit of weight here and there, but I mean that's a major. You look great. That's a major transformation, and I wouldn't.
I showed my supervisor.
If you were in a
some
lineup
pictures.
and they'd be like, "Guess who lost 150,
Right.
150 pounds?" I wouldn't be like, "I wouldn't pick you." Sorry.
If you saw the pictures of me, I literally got told the other day, "That's not you." Yeah, it's me.
Like whatever you did, it looks great on you. It doesn't look like you did something, because sometimes
it was all natural too, wasn't it?
Yeah, all natural. Yeah, I'm actually starting a GLP-1 tonight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous but excited. Yeah.
It's I actually started taking it for diabetes.
Okay.
Before anyone knew that it was like this magic, and it started with Mounjaro.
Okay.
And it ended up, I was type 2, and I was about 70 pounds heavier, and basically took all the diabetes away. It curbed your appetite. I was like one of the first people that started taking it and losing weight to the point my doctor was just like, "Wow, what are you doing?" And then he started it, and it's amazing, and it doesn't. I'm guessing, because you shared you've been overweight before, like you've tried diets and all this other crap.
Oh yeah, I've done.
And then you like constantly feel like you're missing something, or like you go out to eat and everyone's eating a steak and you're eating, salad,
radish
with salad with no dressing because the dressing's fat.
Right.
You naturally just feel full. Like you'll sit down, you have a few bites, and you're like, I'm good. So like a lot of times, like my wife and I go out to eat, we'll share a plate, and neither of us feel like we're missing out or we're starving. It changes. Just how you feel, but it's not like a forced,
tool.
Like you can't go to a certain restaurant.
Right.
You can't. You'll just.
Right.
And
that's what I've been working for the past 2 years is just finding that healthy relationship and balance.
Like I used to like fried food. I generally cannot stand fried food anymore. Like I can have a couple bites, but no, like French fries, onion rings.
You
fried
can enjoy
chicken.
a couple bites, but you don't have to.
After that, it's kind of gross.
That's how I am with cake too. Like 1 or 2 bites, I'm like, thank you. I love the taste. I'm done. I don't need the whole thing.
But you don't feel like you're missing out. Like a lot of times, especially when you're overweight, you're just like, you see food, I must eat food. It's on my plate.
Oh, yeah,
That's just a common thing.
You eat a whole cake 1 slice at a time.
Right. And then you get a burger with onion rings. I might have 1 onion ring and be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And you feel fine about it. So yeah, you will probably really enjoy it. Everyone I've talked to that's done it, I haven't really talked to anyone yet that the first few days your body's kind of adjusting, and you may feel like a little just like a little out of it. But once you kind of get past that initial, you feel like you only eat when you're hungry. Try it. We'll bring you back for another one in a couple months, and we'll see if it's true. Because I bet you're gonna be like, oh my god, like I'm waiting for the side effects. 10 years from now, we're all gonna lose our toes or
We're gonna do that.
Your
anyways.
earlobes are gonna
Bacon
fall off
and
or
chicken
something.
And hot dogs.
But like for now, it seems to like everyone I've known that has tried it has been like, oh my god. So
I'm excited.
You'll like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You're gonna look even here now when you go to these parties.
Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's been a pleasure. We'll go ahead and get this out, and I'll send you the link when it's up and ready.
Okay, awesome.
You can send it to all your friends and family.
Yes.
Yeah. You can send it to the gym guy, the princess.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Topless Talk. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. For more information or to connect with Ryan, check him out on Instagram @ToplessTalk. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.